Didn't sing it.
Why not?
Because you always get mad at me.
I've never gotten mad at you for singing that song.
And Brian hates when I talk over the theme song, so I have to do it.
I get mad at you.
I do it every time now.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hey BigHead Show. Heather, you don't like the way I sometimes do the intro where I say, we are so back.
Yeah, I hate that.
How did I do today?
You did good.
Yeah?
You know what's so funny?
What's up?
I like to say that I am the big head of Las Vegas.
I've literally never heard you say
Like,
that.
because I'm always like, I'm the queen. Like, I jokingly be like, I'm the best.
Mm-hmm.
I have someone in studio today that I feel like is the big head of Las Vegas.
Really?
She knows so much shit about Las Vegas. And I'm so excited she's on the show today.
What's her name?
Her name's Holly.
Holly Vaughn from Battleborn Pins.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
You and Heather have been besties for...
Not really. We were like internet friends.
I was going to say for a couple weeks, but okay, so this is more than...
No. We were internet friends. And then when I started raising Vegas, I found her pins and I was like, these are fucking cool. Because obviously I was coming off the high of the Disney pins with Michelle.
Yeah, you were obsessed with those
So
Disney
I was like,
pins.
okay, this is actually, you don't even know that.
I don't know my own lore of how you found me.
You don't. So what happened was me and my friend Michelle both bought annual passes in 2024. No, 2023. And I flew out there every month for a year and went to Disneyland every month for a year. And it was the most magical time of my life. Mm-hmm. But when we went there...
How much have you spent on pins, by the way?
I don't spend as much on pins as Michelle does. Michelle's crazy.
How much did you spend?
Hundreds every time we went to Disneyland.
That's disgusting.
Per month.
Hundreds, wow.
Hundreds. But she's also like flipping them for way more.
Yeah, she's
like
she's
she
definitely making a
trades
profit.
the new ones for old ones that are vintage, and then she sells the vintage ones for like astronomical amounts.
So how'd you get connected with Holly?
So what happened was I was really into the pin land, and then when I was starting Raising Vegas, I found her page where she had pins, and I was like, oh, these are pins that I could get into. So then I started being like, oh my God, I love it. And I think I did a video on you.
Really?
Yeah. What was it? Is that how I talked to you first? Or how did I DM you? How did that happen? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember. But anyway, I was addicted to her pens and I was buying pins like crazy. Oh, that's what happened. And then I did a video about them. And then you were like, I'll send you some pins.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got a bunch of followers because of it. So then we became friends and she was my pin drug lord.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. And she's my pin drug lord.
So let's talk about these pins. So they're custom made pins, right?
Yeah, I mean, I designed them myself. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas related things.
Yeah, I basically just like find whatever beautiful old vintage sign that I love, and I just sit on my iPad and I just trace it.
She did a cat bus, and that's where I really fell in love with you.
That's what it was. Okay,
cat bus?
That's how I remember us meeting.
Yeah.
Was that I did the cat bus pin, and you told me that great story about your
So my grandfather was a cat bus driver my whole life.
What is a cat?
Citizens Area Transit.
Yes.
Excuse me.
You don't drive the cat bus?
I'll just be over here.
Told you, she
girls
is
do your
a
own
Vegas
thing.
historian.
Are you from Vegas?
I'm
He's
so
not from
embarrassed.
Vegas.
I'm not.
So my grandfather was a cat bus driver. He's actually on the wall at the RTC. Is it RTC now, right? Mm-hmm. He's at the RTC now on the wall. At the time there was only 3 men that have ever driven over 1 million miles for RTC. So he's one of those 3 men.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, some people get doctor's degrees. My grandfather drove
Hey,
1
your
million miles
grandfather's a
around Las
piece
Vegas.
of RTC history, public transit history.
So she made a cat bus pin, and the reason why I wanted that pin so much was because my grandfather had a route that hit my mom's backyard. So my mom would pass me over the wall, and my grandfather would take me on cat bus rides.
That's awesome.
Up and down. I think it was Washington. I don't remember, but anyway,
He just Simba'd you over the wall.
let me over the wall, and I would go like ride the bus with my grandfather. Yeah.
It's such a beautiful image of
It is.
baby Heather.
Just a little redhead.
So anyway, that pin meant a lot that she made that because I was like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
And then my favorite second pin that she's ever made, who was the orange cone. I was like, you should make some orange cones.
Which are now sold out on your website. Now.
Yeah, they sold out
They're in
really
hot
quickly,
demand.
actually.
You should release more orange pins.
I know. We can't get enough of them.
Yeah, we love orange pins. Also, because Holly has this really cool map, and I want to know the idea behind that map.
Yeah, it was basically I was having a hard time remembering what pins I had and hadn't made like of Vegas icons because casinos get demolished and then a new one's there. So I'm like, I'm having a hard time organizing this. So I had laid them out on like a piece of cardboard in a row, trying to see if I could see the strip, if I could see Las Vegas Boulevard with my pins of the hotels. And then as I was doing it, I was like, oh, this is a great way to display these.
So you made a map of the strip
Yeah.
without any locations on there. It's just the road.
Exactly.
And then
yeah.
you were able to place the pins based on where
Yeah.
they were.
And it is my favorite thing because she was nice enough to gift me a map. So I've been able to save all my pins on there. So I have a cat bus going down Tropicana.
I love that.
And then I have 3 orange cones on Tropicana because that's what all Tropicana is orange fucking cones. And it's probably my favorite street on my little Battleborn pin map.
Each pin cone represents at least 10 or 15 real life cones.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. It's a system.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
But that's probably my second favorite pin you've ever made.
Yeah, those are both very Heather. Yeah.
You are a very talented graphic designer. How did you get
You're so
started
sweet.
doing that?
Thank you. I went to UNLV for art, and I actually got a degree in sculpture.
Okay.
So I got a really big, pardon me. I had a really, I'm blanking. I'm sorry. I got my degree in sculpture, and I have a really big appreciation for like large scale design. So these old signs are actually just really monumental sculptures.
Oh yeah, you were freaking out on the internet the other day about some sign that's getting demolished. What is it?
Oh yeah, the
Seagull
gateway.
Suites?
But I think it's going to be okay. I think
Okay.
it's going to
She
be
stopped
okay.
it. Like Ted Mosby
She
stopping.
like cares more about these buildings and signs than I do.
It's because she's the real life Ted Mosby of Las
Yes,
Vegas.
you're like. Do you know what Ted Mosby is?
Oh, why do I recognize that name?
How I Met Your Mother. The show.
What is he into?
He is an architecture.
Oh yeah, I'm so him.
You are
I'm so that guy.
You are so Ted Mosby. You are so Ted Mosby.
Yeah.
So you turned this graphic design thing that
Yeah.
you were passionate about into an actual business, right?
Right.
How did you go from that to creating Battleborn pins?
Yeah, so I was living downtown and just kept looking at the Huntridge sign every day and thinking, man, I would love to be able to wear a little symbol of like my time in Vegas. And I felt like the Huntridge sign really did that for me. So I made that as like the first pin. And then people loved it because it was like they loved having something nostalgic. And so people wanted requests for like the Stardust or the Dunes, and they'd be like, oh, my grandpa worked at the Stardust and he worked there for 20 years and now it's gone and I have nothing to.
I feel like all
From
of
it.
your pins have been requests then, huh?
A lot of requests, yeah, from locals because they have nothing left from their experience working at these hotels and casinos for so long, and they want something to just remember it by. So a lot of it is like nostalgia based.
There's a lot of money in Las Vegas nostalgia.
It turns out, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a whole career on it.
You really do. And so how long have you done Battleborn pins for and creating these pins and selling them?
Yeah, the first one we made was in 2014.
Okay.
So quite a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
10 years?
And I've never
11 years.
changed my prices. So
Really?
Really?
yeah, the same price. Yeah. And it's not a good idea, but
Wow. That's a good.
Yeah.
And they're
Wow.
going for
I
like
think with
$10, $15,
inflation-
right?
yeah.
I think it's $12, right?
I sell most of them for about $10. I try to keep it to 10 to 12. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'd still pay $15. You can.
I
give
need you to
permission.
manage my
I
business.
can say that I approve of her raising her prices to $15.
Oh
Someone
my
was
gosh.
knocking you off and selling them for $20.
I know.
And people are buying them.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you don't know this story?
They would buy her pins?
No.
Careful.
Sorry.
Be careful. Easy.
She's very
Sorry.
defensive
I'm
of
very-
me. She's
I was
protective.
fucking pissed.
This
So
is like
I
a
found it.
rabid mother
No,
protecting
I
her
found
pin.
it. Yeah, let
Yeah.
me be your business manager, and you
I
be
think-
my business.
Okay, trade.
I
Yeah.
don't want to run my own business. So I was at the Antique Alley Mall in downtown Las Vegas.
Which shout out Antique Alley Mall. Like no hate to them, we love them.
Yeah, we love them. They're great.
Yeah.
We love antique shop.
And I
Yeah.
was walking around, and I was like, this pin looks like Holly's pin. Mm-hmm. And then I sent her a picture, and she's like, oh, that lady has bought in some of my pins. And I was like, okay, well, it's weird to me that they changed the backing of the pin, and now it's on a different backing because she has particular backings for all her pins.
What's the backing?
Just my logo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the lady took off Holly's pin off her backing and put it on her own backing.
Oh, fuck that.
And,
And
then
I was
sold them
like-
for more.
And sold them for more. And mind you,
dirty.
Holly is also selling her pins in the same place. Yeah, it's bad. So finally, what did she do? She sent them off to like some other state or country and got replicas of them done.
Awful.
And
They're
now-
pretty bad AI
Oh.
artwork now.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
send you a
bad.
photo.
She looks weird.
You're gonna
like some
die.
of the drawings, she looks weird. Like
Yeah, like I made a really great Vegas Vicky where
Yeah.
she's got like a cute little face and she's kicking her leg. And then she sent a picture of that to a manufacturer and said, can you copy this? And they said, sure, no problem. You got it. And they did it. And she looks
looks ratchet.
crazy.
Ratchet.
Ratchet Vicky.
So yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, if she could sell your pins for $20, why can't you up it to 15?
You're absolutely right. I'm changing my whole model.
Listen, I respect the
She's like Costco and the $1.25 hot dog.
I'm
combo.
the hot dog.
you are the $2 hot dog or whatever it is.
$1.25.
$1.25. I respect the
$1.50.
commitment to staying consistent with your pricing, but you got to up it. It's
Okay,
$20.25.
you've just convinced me. Okay.
Do a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little
Just okay, but here's the thing, like those, okay, Holly just created the coolest freaking design of the sphere. Is that going to be a pin?
I don't know if I can do that one because here's the thing about my designs. Like a lot of the signs are old IP, like the properties are gone. No one's going to claim them or whatever. That one though, I feel like they might, because I didn't know they have merch that has so I made a little pin where the face of the sphere would change when you move it.
It was
right?
so cool.
So cute. Yeah. But they sell merch of the sphere,
Why don't
which I
you
didn't know.
hit them up and say, would you like to collab on this? And then they'll sell them for $40.
Okay, sure. Let's do it.
You should honestly, I think if you went to them, because they partnered with another local artist, I feel like if you went to them and showed them your pin, they would take it seriously. And
You're
say,
right. Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
As Holly's manager,
Yeah. Thank you.
dear Sphere,
Here's fair.
dear Sphere,
Call me. Sphere. Call me Sphere.
call us.
Call me fair.
We will charge you $20 a pin, and you can sell them for $40.
Yeah.
We're going to get into licensing in a second, but I do want to stick with the competition. So other than this shady lady, that's
Yeah.
Can we call her Shady Lady?
Yeah,
Shady-
yeah,
Shady
yeah, yeah.
lady.
That's her actual government name. I don't
Yes.
know how you knew that.
Brian's laughing over here, so maybe Brian thinks this is funny.
other than the
I think
shady
he
lady-
knows Shady Lady. Do you know Shady
Do you know
Lady?
Shady Lady? No. Okay.
I don't believe him, but okay.
How is other than her? How is the competition in the local pin market or the local
Oh,
at
yeah.
least? Because you don't just sell pins; you sell apparel as
Yeah,
well.
a little bit. Yeah. Well, I have some apparel on my site. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
See, that's what I mean. I don't really focus on it. Not a lot of people
Yeah.
know, but I mostly do pins. That's really what people want. I think it's because of the pin collecting, culture.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of people who really enjoy doing.
You should do mystery boxes.
Okay, hold on. I need to write this down. Hold on.
Hang on.
We're gonna get.
I
to the
need
mystery-
paper.
Manager. Holly, you should do mystery boxes. People
Is there-
love to unwrap mystery boxes.
That's so true.
Is there a lot of competition for the nostalgic type of product or merchandise?
I
here in
don't
town?
know anyone else who's doing it, so I haven't seen. Honestly, I would love if more people did it because my real goal is to get people more talking about vintage Vegas and trying to save what little vintage Vegas we have left and get people passionate about it. So I would love some competition. Please, somebody else make some nostalgia things. I would love that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Competition is good. Competition does get people talking.
Yeah.
It gets them to keep you motivated.
Yeah,
as
someone
well.
fight with me, please.
Yeah. Fight me.
I mean, technically she is. Her name is Shady Lady.
Oh yeah.
But she's just ripping you off.
Fucking shady lady. Which one's your favorite design that you've done so far?
I mean, the Stardust is such a classic,
Sure.
and
I'm gonna go look at my picture.
Yeah. I think probably the Stardust has got to be my favorite because I made one. The Stardust had two beautiful marquees. Just imagine if someone today was like, "We're going to open a casino. The theme is space, outer space," which is crazy. But they did it so well, and they had this one marquee on the street that was just this gorgeous Saturn, and I have stars that dangle off of it on chains, and it's
I
just
have that one?
stunning.
I don't have that one.
Better
send
send
it
it
I
to
do. It's right here. Is
Oh,
that it?
I have two.
so
That's
that's one of 'em.
That's the modest one.
That's
yeah.
modest.
But the one with the stars hanging off, I just reissued it, so I'll
Do you have the Tangiers Casino pin that she does?
You know about the Tangiers?
Or do you know about the
You know about the
Tangiers? I know about
Okay,
Tangiers.
all right.
I was at the Tangiers way back in the day.
Okay, he's a fucking liar. He just Googled old casino
Hold
and
on,
is
hold on.
now
Do you-
trying
do
to
you
sound
know-
cool.
Do you know what the Tangiers is?
I have no fucking clue.
Brian, do you know what the Tangiers Casino is?
He's literally
yes,
Googling
it's
it.
from
I can
the-
see
I
him
can see him.
typing.
You're
from the movie Casino.
Yes, well done. Well done. Sam Rothstein.
Yeah.
Didn't you make casino? You made one movie pin.
Yeah, the casino pin of him being blown up in his car, which is a crazy story. You can actually still go to the spot in the
Yeah.
parking lot where his car blew up.
That was one. That's a movie where if it's on, I'm
Yeah.
stopping what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah.
watching.
I've never seen it.
Oh, shut.
I mean, at this point, we Holly.
I think
we've had
Brayden-
this.
Got mad at me for not watching it either.
Oh my God.
We've had this discussion with Heather on the show where she hasn't seen The Godfather, she hasn't seen Star Wars,
Harry
she hasn't
Potter.
seen Hook, she hasn't seen Harry Potter.
Okay, don't care.
Oh,
Watch Casino.
my God. I don't even know how to respond.
I'm sorry,
to
those
this.
are all boy movies, and
boy movies.
Yes,
They're
they
all
are.
boy movies. We don't like boy
I'm
movies.
just giving you a hard time.
Casino's kind of a guy movie, no? Is it not? I mean,
It's the ultimate boy movie.
it's a classic.
I honestly think my favorite pin from you is the butt ladies.
Oh yeah, that's Frank's mom.
That's not Frank's mom. Is it really?
Who's the butt lady?
You're fucking lying. Frank's mom is in this?
Hold on. What's,
Wait a minute.
what's the butt
Okay,
lady
here's
pin?
the story. So
I gotta get
do you remember
Frank Sidoris on the show.
Oh, you should. Do you know the Crazy Girls from the 90s? Like the show that was on the strip. It's called Crazy
Yes.
Girls.
And it was like a bunch of blonde girls.
Yeah.
And the butts on the taxi cab. So our friend Frank, his mom is like the second butt on the left. And apparently
Now it's inappropriate. I've met her so many times. You met her.
This is at the Pip.
you've met that
Yeah.
butt.
You met that butt.
She's got a great butt.
Wait, does she have this pin?
Oh yeah, but she's so like I don't know. She's so like elegant and like
Yeah, she
old
is.
school Vegas.
Yeah.
And she's just very just demure, and she's just like, oh, thank you, like you know. And
She's very
like,
demure. Very demure.
Yeah, and so like it wasn't like the big to do that I thought it was going to be, where I'd be like, look, I made your butt, and then she'd be like, thanks. Like,
Yeah, she seems very like calm.
yeah, she's just. I think she's seen it all. Can you imagine? She's seen it all.
She's probably one of the coolest Vegas people I've met.
Yeah, I believe that. They're dynasty. They're Vegas dynasty. in my
Yeah, they
opinion.
really are.
Yeah.
Like Frank, what's her last name?
Well, his is Sidoris. Is
But is that her?
I don't know. Assume so.
Oh, okay, we gotta
Google
we
that.
gotta Google that.
Google it.
But anyway,
We'll look
I just
that up.
feel like they're so cool. Like he owns
Yeah.
the Hard Hat in downtown.
He's the guitarist for Slash.
Yeah, she does what Burlesque, Piff. She works with all these shows,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure his sister-in-law or his sister
They're all in the industry.
all in the industry.
Yeah, so cool.
They're a power family.
Can they
here in
adopt?
Vegas.
They are.
I want to be adopted.
Can you be adopted
No.
at 35 years old?
Yeah, why
can I?
not?
Yeah, sure.
She's so nice too. His mom is so nice. She'll
Yeah.
always like my stories, and I'm like, why do you like
Shut
every single one of my stories? That's so nice of you.
She's Team Heather.
Oh my
She
God, I love that.
she's definitely going to vote for Heather when you run for
when I
mayor.
run for mayor,
Which
I'm sure Shelley Berkeley's probably her friend, so probably not.
so
Coming for you,
Holly,
Shelley.
Holly, I'm assuming you have you wear a lot of hats in this Battleborn.
Yes, yeah.
Take
Every hat.
take me through your day.
Oh my
of
God.
Start to finish. What time do you wake up? What time do you get going?
Okay, so here's the thing: is I actually I sleep in because I stay up really late.
Sure.
Because so basically, I'll wake up at like 9. I don't know. That's sleeping into me, but I wake up at like 9, and I just immediately get on the computer and I start filling orders, answering emails. I do a lot of custom pins, so I start doing designs if I've got any custom.
Yeah, she
ones.
just did my real Vegas local one.
That's right, and they're
Just kidding.
stunning.
It's not my company.
Oh wait, sorry. You're right. I forgot that's not her. I mean,
Sure.
that's gonna cause a mess.
No, I really don't run that account. This is a joke. We're
Yeah,
just joking.
yeah, for sure.
Just a joke.
Definitely just a joke.
Just a joke.
Brian, we're going to cut this part because it can't be public knowledge.
They're gonna get so mad at us. So and I just start filling orders, boom, 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 as much as I can, and then I start actually talking around. I'll take a break around like 5 o'clock, and then I go back to work at like 9 p.m. because that's when my manufacturers wake up. So they don't produce any pins in the USA anymore, unfortunately. So all of my
What?
ever since like the 90s, 80s, 90s, no pin manufacturers in the US. Yeah.
Wow.
So all my manufacturers wake up in China. His name's Simon. I've worked with him for 10 years. He's amazing. I hope to meet him one day. And then so we start emailing back and forth, talking about designs and production and just like specs and things like that. So then I usually stay up till about midnight
That's crazy.
emailing China. Yeah.
How'd you meet Simon?
I think so. I get a lot of cold calls, like reach outs
Yeah,
from
sure.
pin manufacturers in China on Instagram. And I think he just was like the first one to reach out to me in 2014.
Really?
And we worked together ever since. And he sent me pictures of like his wedding when he got married and like
Oh,
his
so it's like a friendship.
friendship. Yeah. Like he goes on vacation once a year and sends me photos from his vacation.
Oh my God, I
yeah,
love
we're
that.
friends. Yeah. He's
That's
great.
so awesome.
Are you
he does
the-
a very good job.
Yeah.
Good for Simon.
Good for
Are
Simon.
you the only one at Battleborn, or do you have
Yeah.
employees or contractors that you work with?
Just me. Yeah, I do everything. Yeah, I'm doing all my marketing, all my social media, all my filling my orders, designing,
This is your
Oh,
everything.
full-time job,
This is
right?
your full time.
I do
right?
it full time. Yeah.
You must be making good money then. Good for you.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
incredible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you how much I make,
That's
but
okay. We don't need to know that. Enough to have this be a full time thing for you.
yeah, it's enough to be full time. Absolutely.
incredible.
Yeah, I'm so lucky because I just get to talk to people all day about vintage Vegas and their memories. Like, if I can corner someone in Vegas who like grew up here, I'm like, talk to me. Like, what do
Exactly.
you remember? You know.
So when somebody does come to you for a custom pin that they want
Yeah.
to make, do you what's your process like with that? How long does that take?
Yeah.
How many approvals do you get from them, or how many mock-ups do you give to them? What's that like?
It's kind of different for everybody, but a lot of people everybody's always on a rush on a time schedule, right? Everybody's like, I need this now, so pretty fast turnaround. I will say, okay, give me any logo you have or whatever you want made into a pin. They send it to me usually within like a day or two. I can get them back the file, and then I get a final production image from the manufacturer that has like all the specs and everything on it, and that's the final design. And then once that's approved, it takes about 3 weeks for them to arrive. So it's a pretty quick process. I try to make it as fast as possible.
Is there a minimum for how many custom pins?
Yeah, the minimum is like 50 pins, but most people get like 100. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love your marketing for this. Like, it's
You're so
simple
sweet.
and it's so vintage. Like, look how pretty that is.
Yeah,
Just
I try to stick with the pastel, like
it's very
vintage
good.
colors.
It's very good.
You're so sweet.
Tell me about so clearly you have this passion for vintage Vegas, for old school Vegas. How did you get into that? Or what is it that
Yeah.
This girl is so into Vegas that her background on her phone is the what? El Cortez?
El Cortez Casino carpet. Yeah.
What do you mean it's El Cortez Casino carpet?
This is the old carpet of the El Cortez.
Yeah, the El Cortez downtown. I love the El Cortez, like really great vintage casino. And they had this fantastic carpet design that was like, okay, so you've seen a lot of casino carpet, right? Like it doesn't usually look like this.
Right.
Like this is kind of an unusual one.
It's
so
beautiful.
A lot of people were really like love this carpet. When the locals found out that they were changing out the carpet, there was an uproar. Okay. So El Cortez had to scramble at the last minute and be like, we'll sell you a square of it if you want. And they were selling squares of the carpet at
Did you buy a square?
They sold out before I could even get to it. But I had a friend who I have a picture of him, and he has rolls of it in the back of his truck that he loaded in as they were switching it out. So I know a guy. If I need a square, I know a guy.
You got a carpet guy.
I like the Mirage carpet.
I like the Mirage carpet too.
That was good carpet.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Vegas landmark that's been around for a while?
That's still standing.
That's still
I
standing.
already know.
Guess.
Is
please.
it Circus Circus?
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. The Circus Circus, which who knows how much longer we'll have it. But every
She
time
always posts about it. Always.
Yeah, I'm obsessed
do you
with
really
the
like
Circus
Circus Circus?
Oh my God. How
It's
could
so
you not?
beautiful.
Yes, it's stunning. Like,
After she pointed it out on social media, every time I go there now, I'm like,
Hold on.
It's beautiful.
I can't
Don't
tell
get
if
shot.
it's serious
But
or not. I can't tell if this
No,
is
this is a
bullshit,
serious
if you're pulling my
conversation.
leg. Okay, sell me Circus Circus.
I just have to
God.
show you one video of hers. And
Okay.
Then
Okay,
you'll
well,
understand.
let's have her talk though while you're searching for the video.
the architecture design of the Circus Circus, you will never see another building made like this in our lifetime, maybe ever again. The absolute detail in the way that everything is carved out, the color scheme of the pink and white, like these are just things you will literally never see again because they take so much manpower to create these facades that are so highly textured, highly decorated. The lights everywhere. You have to really get into the deep guts of the casino of that.
She did such a good job doing the
area.
photography of the building.
This is a good example
Yeah,
of
like-
that texture. Like you just will never see this again because everything is now just steel and glass and flat and LED. Like this is just this tangible, beautiful.
But I think people are not appreciating the old vintage Vegas is the problem.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I hate to say it, Fountain Blue. Great. It's big. It's beautiful. Yay. Resorts World. It's big. It's beautiful. It's red. It's blue. It's great. Like there's one thing that I miss about Vegas is I miss the themed casinos.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
I think Excalibur, Luxor, Circus Circus, those are all such cool casinos. I feel like the only modern casino that I actually really like, but it still has this weird vibe to it, is Cosmo.
Yeah, Cosmo has a vibe. Absolutely.
Cosmo's a vibe.
Yeah. The thing about like Fontainebleau is that when I go in, I'm like, this feels so like,
Feels like a mall.
yeah, it feels just like very clean and barren and just like there's no personality.
Yeah.
The
And I
Cosmo
think-
has a ton of personality. Yeah.
So much personality. I just feel like that's where Vegas is fucking up right now.
Yeah.
Vegas is fucking up on they've completely lost their identity.
Yeah. Modern Vegas is ugly. I will say
It's very ugly.
with no
You
problem.
You really are the Vegas Ted Mosby of this.
I gotta look up this Ted guy.
Ted guy, let me tell you. What? Speaking of the change that
Yeah.
Vegas is, what do you? How do you feel about the culture change that's here in Vegas? What do you think is changing here that you don't think we're ever going to get back again, other than the architecture?
Yeah.
And the attention to
Yeah.
detail that these casinos are showcasing, just
Well,
the culture in general.
Yeah, speaking of like attention to detail, I'm really worried about the like customer service that we're losing
Oh, it's
because
bad.
yeah, Vegas used to be this place where you would just go and like everything was taken care of and you could get it free drinks easily, free parking, and it was just meant to like relax and enjoy, and you'd be taken care of. And I'm just really worried that we're losing that with the nickel and diming. Really? Yeah.
I did a whole post about this where I said Vegas is going to lose its identity because Vegas is trying to literally charge us for every single thing.
Yeah.
Like for a local, even for the locals, like the biggest and best thing the casinos could do right now, listen to me fucking casinos, take away parking for locals. You want us to come sit on the strip and like spend money? We don't want to go pay $25 to go do that.
Yeah.
We're already going to spend our money. We're poor. We're getting paid by you. You pay us minimum wage. Fuck off. Mm-hmm. They're fucking up.
I listen. I'm on that boat. If that's the campaign you're running,
I know for mayor. Yeah. Ready?
2055, whatever. 2056.
I think I have to wait 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Shelly Berkeley will be done by then?
I'm sure if you ask her politely, she'll step down. For you.
Andrew was with me when I saw her in person. Andrew, have you ever seen me more excited to meet someone in my life?
You've met so many celebrities, and that was the most excited I've ever seen you get.
I was like, I'm going to go fucking tell her that I will
Hell yeah. Hell yes.
And she's like, you can have it when I'm done. And I was like, thank you for granting my wish. Have a great day.
Listen, I'm going to be a little petty right now. I'm going to be a little Tom Petty. I started the joke of you being mayor 3 years ago. And I was like, oh, Heather, you're getting recognized. You're like the mayor of Las Vegas. This is even before you had Raised in Vegas. And then it snowballed into you saying it. And then you're going on other podcasts and you're posting posts.
Okay.
She takes this joke that I created this inside joke with all your cult-like followers that you have. Go on all these other shows and podcasts talking about how you're the mayor of Vegas, and I get no credit whatsoever. I get left in the dust. It still hits me.
She's just manifesting.
I'm manifesting
making it happen.
There's so many things.
You'll get your time. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can be my campaign. Yeah. You guys can be my campaign people.
Thank you. Your campaign managers.
Yeah. Holly will make me pins that says vote for Heather.
Yeah, easy, done.
Exactly. I'll build your website.
You'll build me a website.
Brian will make sure the audio video on you is always good.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. The only thing and only problem is I'm going to need to get a house in the district area of Las Vegas because
move in with
City
Brian.
of Las Vegas.
City of Las Vegas.
Oh.
Move in with
Did you
Brian.
know that? You can't become mayor unless you live in that like area.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know all about City of Las Vegas. Like, because did you know? Sorry, never mind.
No, please.
Okay, here's what's weird about that.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Las Vegas Strip does not count for the City of Las Vegas?
I did not know that.
Wait, you didn't know that?
Of course, Holly knew that.
The Strip is in a town called Paradise. It's not in the city of Las Vegas.
Interesting.
So because Las Vegas started on Fremont,
Yep.
and then there was like too much mob activity where they were competing with each other, and so they moved onto the Strip, and so that they would have some distance from each other, and then that was how, and they created a whole new city or town of Paradise so that they wouldn't have to follow the same rules.
Are you a certified like Las Vegas historian?
We should
Yeah, I
certify her.
invented the job. Yeah.
We should certify her.
If there's not a certification that goes around, you are certified.
Fucking shirt right now.
I know. I'm here to buy the casino. No, I think that Jeff, who runs Vintage Las Vegas, that account that has like over 100,000 followers, I feel like I see him as the official Vegas historian. He actually just got hired by City of Las Vegas to rewrite the history because Vegas loves to like make up its own history. So he's like a real serious fact checker.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I love how the Goodmans always acted like they were the mayors of the Las Vegas Strip and just showed up to all these things randomly all the time, being like, I am the mayor. Here you go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys, you are not the mayor of Las Vegas Strip. Like, go back to
stay
where
in
you are.
stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Goodmans.
Is there a mayor of Paradise? There's no mayor of Paradise.
That's you.
Yeah. So let's get back to business real quick.
Yeah.
Do you do licensing with other companies?
Well, my business manager would say,
Yeah, you need to talk to me, Andrew.
Oh, I do. I'm sorry. Holly, excuse me.
I'm just creative.
Heather, is Holly doing any licensing with Battleborn pins or anything like that?
So do you mean like, am I like where I'm like, hey Simpsons, can I make pins of you? I haven't done that yet, but I feel like I should be.
I feel like the Sphere is going to be your first one.
Okay, I'll do the Sphere. Who else
I
should
really
do?
think, I'm trying to think what I feel like the casinos would be on board because you're a local business.
Yeah.
I really do. I just feel like we need to go hard.
Yeah.
I'll hit the pavement and I will talk to these casinos, even though half of them fucking hate me.
Well, every casino that I have reached out to has been really supportive, like the El Cortez, like that
Yeah,
family.
that's with Vintage Vegas. Like, isn't
You're right.
Jonathan Jossel?
From the Plaza. He loves it. He's like, please make pins. I send him.
That's how I met him. He was walking around with a pin and I was like, hey, is that a Battleborn pin? And I had no idea who the fuck he was. And then he walked away and someone's like, you don't know who that was? And I was like, no clue, but I like his pin.
Oh, trust me.
Youngest CEO of a casino ever. Jonathan
Yeah.
Gossel.
I know who Jonathan Jostle is because Heather thinks that Jonathan Jostle has a better podcast than us. She stated that on this show.
Ooh, fighting
She
words.
goes, I don't think this is the official podcast of Vegas. I think Jonathan Jostle's podcast is the
Fighting
official
words.
podcast of Vegas.
I mean, he has a great network down there. Like
He does.
and he's got the Goodmans, like, best friends.
But yeah,
Godbrother
well,
and
He's got the
sister.
Goodmans. I got the Collins, though. So
That's right. The future
not
mayor.
good.
that's not good.
I want to be the mayor, so all these people who have shit on me for the past couple of years have to be nice to me.
You're so
Oh my
spiteful.
God.
You're
I'm
so
spiteful. I just want them to be nice.
I mean, it's good to have goals.
You're like, what was that show with Kevin Spacey where he was the president? He became the
Oh,
president.
House of Cards?
House of Cards. You're like the modern day Kevin Spacey
Oh,
in House of Cards.
Jesus.
But I
Just
feel like I
minus the
have-
whole
I'm Ted
controversy.
Mosby. You're
Ted Mosby.
Kevin
You're Kevin Spacey. I said Kevin Costner. You're Kevin Spacey.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I think you're in a fight now. This is awkward.
Oh wait, can we ask Holly all the fun Vegas trivia? The fact that like the things that you know blow my mind. Like she'll just be on Instagram one day and be like, "Did you know?" Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, "I didn't fucking know that."
Give me your most random, out of pocket Las Vegas history fact.
Okay, my favorite thing to talk about with Vegas history that I can't get enough of is the lore behind Siegfried and Roy and their relationship with former Senator Harry Reid.
Okay.
R.I.P.
Harry Reid Airport.
Harry Reid Airport and the airport. Yeah.
He started at an airport.
Yeah. Famously, the only thing he's known for.
Exactly.
Is the airport. Which, by the way, side note, why the fuck did we do that? Everyone still calls it.
It was a
McCarran.
huge controversy
Yeah.
to name it the Harry Reid Airport.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that either. I'm at this point in my life, I'm like, don't name anything after a man. Like, you're asking for trouble.
It was probably the Goodmans.
He did
It was-
something
I'm
wrong.
gonna
Probably
put
the
Harry
Goodmans.
Reid on the T app and see all the T's.
Oh my God, not the Harry Reid on the tee up. I'm doing that the moment this ends.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put a picture there and be like, "Does anyone have any tea on this guy?"
My sister dated his like grandson. Like, I think so. Like, I've met like the family. Yeah. So, because
Focus.
story
Focus.
is-
Okay,
Focus.
yes, thank you,
Heather,
thank you, thank
stay
you.
out of this conversation, Heather.
Sorry, we're just gals gabbing now. Okay, so
Dabbing it up.
my favorite like lore about Vegas is that Harry Reid put into law, put an amendment in a bill that said that the USDA is not allowed to request any footage from a casino because he was trying to protect Roy, who got attacked by his tiger famously. And because in the video, apparently it shows Roy hitting the tiger on the head with his microphone. And so Harry Reid didn't want that to get out. And so he basically put into law that the USDA isn't. Oh, wait, I should explain why the USDA wanted the footage. Okay, so the USDA investigates any kind of exotic animal attack. And so they went to investigate why Roy was attacked. And they said, well, we record every single show at the Siegfried and Roy show. So they had the footage, but it was under lock and key, and the USDA never got to see it.
Now, Roy getting attacked, it wasn't because of the microphone hit, though, was it? It was because of a loud noise or something that happened?
It was him hitting him on the head with the
Was it?
microphone. So what happened, there's all this, like, everybody has speculation about it. And what's also interesting is when I made a TikTok about this, a lot of people said, I've seen the footage. Like, everybody has a memory of seeing it, but it's
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
What
What is it called?
Yeah, what's it
Mandela
called?
effect.
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Good
Mandela
job,
effect. Everybody thinks that they've seen it, but they haven't. So basically, I guess apparently Roy in his older
Aren't they both
years.
dead?
Yeah, they both passed.
So
No,
fucking
they
release the
both
tapes.
Release the tapes.
As mayor, I will release the tapes.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on that platform. I love that. But apparently in his older years, he wasn't like paying as much attention to his tigers and was like getting kind of lazy with like taking care of them. And so his tiger was like already agitated.
Wow.
And so it acted up on stage and like didn't do the command that he had commanded it. And so to correct the tiger, he hit it on the head with his microphone.
And then he got
Wow.
And then the tiger attacked him. Yeah.
That's
And apparently that wasn't the first time that their tigers had attacked people, but they were so good at hiding these attacks.
They're like, you got eaten by a tiger. Oh well.
yeah.
We'll put
They
you
were-
in a
I mean-
barrel and throw you like me.
Exactly.
They were one of the biggest acts in the world. They were
Yeah,
huge.
absolutely. Which is why Harry Reid wanted to protect them
Sure.
because they made Vegas look so good.
I
And
get
so
that.
he didn't want this image of them being like animal abusers to get out.
Holly, is Wayne Newton still performing?
Yes?
Yeah.
We should go see him
Okay.
because I've never seen him perform.
I bet we could get backstage.
Do you think we can?
I'll do you one better. I bet we can get Wayne Newton on the show.
Okay.
Can I tell
Singing
you?
Donkey
my-
Shane to you.
Do you have a Wayne Newton story?
I used to live by his old house with the ranch with the horses
really?
and stuff. Yeah, and I know that they would do tours to like make money and stuff.
I've been through that tour.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I've been
Tell me
on that
about it
tour.
later.
But what I was going to say is my Wayne Newton story actually involves Holly Madison as well. It was prom. The radio station
My
put on a prom.
namesake.
By the way, I texted Holly one time.
You are so easily sidetracked with your
No,
stories.
this is funny.
It's really funny. So
I texted you.
Oh, you texted me
So
something.
we always talk over Instagram and never text. And one time I randomly decided I'm going to text her. I text her. She started responding with telling all this stuff. And I was like, who's she talking to? She thought she was talking to Holly Madison.
Wow.
She was talking to me. And
But I wasn't like spilling any tea. I was just
No.
like, oh yeah, girl. But I was like, why does Holly care about this? Like, this is weird. It was like Vegas
we
drama
had a whole
or something.
We had a whole conversation.
yeah, and I was like, why does Holly care about this? And then I realized this is not fucking Holly.
because it's not a common name. Like, not a lot of Hollies out there.
No.
Heather
Yeah.
not paying attention to the small details of who she's
No,
talking to.
we were
and being
talking shit
sidetracked?
about Vegas or something like
Shocker.
that, and I was like, "Why does Holly care about this?"
Yeah.
kind of weird. But anyway, sidetrack. So Wayne Newton and Holly Madison were the king and queen of the radio station's prom, and someone spilled
When
water.
was this prom?
This was like forever ago. I was like 22 years old.
Okay.
So someone spilled water on the stairs, and I had my camera in my hand because I was about to go take a picture of Holly and Wayne Newton. I eat shit and fall down the stairs like this.
No.
And Wayne Newton and Holly Madison turn around, and I'm on the floor, and Wayne Newton, the gracious man he is, puts out his hand and goes, "Let me help you up, sweetie," and
Wow.
helps me up. And I was like, "Thanks, Wayne Newton."
Oh.
You think he remembers that?
No.
You don't think so?
nice.
No, but he's so sweet. He's so sweet. And now I want to go see his show before
Yeah.
it's no longer there.
That's the thing about Vegas is like something will be there forever and you'll never think that it's going to go away and then it's just gone. And you
Yeah.
have to see it before it's gone.
Yeah, so we have to go.
Yeah.
Like Beatles Love, I saw like 3 times within a month, right?
Yeah,
2
you saw it
times?
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was
Have you
so sad.
driven past the Mirage lately?
Yeah, it's sad.
It's naked and weird.
It's bare.
Yeah.
It's bare.
Sad.
Holly, are you born
Yeah.
and raised
Yeah.
in Vegas? You are.
Mm, yeah, my husband too. Yeah, we're a couple of weirdos from Vegas.
Born and raised. This is what born and raised Vegas look like.
Yeah.
How long
yeah.
have you been married?
This is taking a long time to answer.
Brian, we're going to cut this part up
Okay,
real quick.
only because as someone who went to a Vegas school,
Yeah. Oh, the Vegas
math.
education, that whole thing.
We're
we
Vegas
got,
education.
We got married in 2017. Yeah, we just eloped classic Vegas style.
Nice.
Can
yeah.
we
By
make-
Elvis? Was Elvis involved?
You know what's funny is I wasn't going to talk about this, but I was the first female Vegas, first female Elvis impersonator in Vegas.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm just saying I was.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so I used to do weddings. I was a wedding officiant.
Okay.
And I was getting my hair done for my wedding, like and she curled my hair like this and it came in front. And I thought, I look like Elvis. And I thought, I should be Elvis. Because I'm already doing
know
weddings.
this?
Yeah, you're learning things about me all the time, aren't you? So anyway, so yeah, I customized a full, like bedazzled a suit and I had like a cape and I would do weddings and I would like
You guys show me pictures.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's so
Did
cute.
you talk
yeah.
like Elvis? And you
Yeah,
know
pretty-
my follow-up question is going to be, can I hear it?
I'm trying to remember what I used to have a whole script that was like, I now pronounce you pretty mama, husband and wife. So kiss and makeup, or whatever I would say. yeah, I do a whole thing.
is
Yeah.
incredible.
I wish I could remember. I also used to do weddings at Taco Bell on the strip. And the whole thing was about tacos. I'd be like, do you love this man more than tacos? Say no.
Oh my God.
I've had a lot of jobs.
Holly
I was also
way more now.
I was also a scheduler one time for like ladies of the night. Like I've done a lot of Vegas
Wait,
jobs.
the
yeah.
girls like on 6'9", 6'9", 6'9", 6'9"?
I don't know, girls to your room.
Part 2 episode cut. We're doing a new episode. We have so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Stop.
That was
Explain-
probably my weirdest job.
How
in
did you get
Vegas.
hooked up with that?
Well, I
Yeah.
answered a Craigslist ad as most bad ideas start out.
Yes.
I found a Craigslist ad that was like, do you want to sit in a room and schedule appointments from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m.? And I was like, yeah. So I go to this. It was like kind of in this area. It was like,
Okay.
She got put on a casting couch.
oh no, there was a couch, honey. No, I walk in and I'm like, that couch looks familiar. Huh.
Oh,
Anyway, so okay, they had a crazy system though. Here's the system. If you're gonna come to Vegas and try to book a woman to your room, here's the system. They put out ads all over the internet and whatever, in magazines, whatever, like random professional photos, and then they have a list of women on like a Rolodex that they would put on a desk like this, and they would say, here's who's working tonight. She can pass for her. She can pass for her. She can pass for her. She can pass for these 3 girls, you know. And then so someone would call and be like, hey, is this blank?
Mm-hmm.
Is this, yeah, is this, I don't want to say someone's name, but
Haley.
yeah, is this Haley? Yeah. And I'd be like, yes. And I'd like look who was playing Haley that night. And then I'd be like, 1 second, honey. And then I'd like pause the phone and then I'd call and be like, Haley, can you work tonight? He's staying at blank room. Like, are you kicked out of there yet? No, I can go to that hotel. Okay, great. Okay, meet him there at 9. Bring your bodyguard. Okay. I probably shouldn't be telling you this.
No, you absolutely should be telling me.
This is
I am
amazing.
so intrigued by this.
But they all had bodyguards. They were all very professional. I would meet all of them. They
How'd
were
you like the girls?
so sweet. They're always the sweetest people, right?
Stop.
Yeah.
So wait, is 6969 like inappropriate?
Honestly, like the girls I met, I don't know what they did on their own time, but like they were professional dancers. Like they would go and is that what you mean?
No, were they sucking dick on when you called them?
I like to go do the as
they
far as I
dancing
know.
or were they sucking
I
dick?
think they were dancing. But I don't know.
She signed.
I
an
wasn't
NDA,
there.
right? She signed an NDA. They definitely were sucking dick.
They absolutely were doing more than just dancing.
I mean, you got to make money somehow.
Exactly.
But they all
Wow.
had bodyguards, and it was funny because they all had a list of what casinos they had been kicked out of, and so she.
Oh, they're definitely fucking you guys. So my greatest story of being like watching this happen was at the Bellagio. There was a couch.
Yeah.
If you go around the corner to where the Bellagio rooms are, there was always a couch there. And I had this like guy I was dating. He was 21. I was not. So our thought of a good time was to go sit on this couch and watch the hookers take up different men every night.
Yeah.
So we'd sit there for like 4 hours. He'd buy me a drink. We'd sit on that couch and we'd watch the same girl go up and down, up
Back up and down.
and down.
They're
And I
working.
was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this is my life.
It's an honest job.
Yeah. I mean, that's the oldest.
And
job
little
in the
did I
world.
know Holly was on the other end going like, yes,
Fucking
she
'em.
could be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, I would have to keep men on the phone. She'd be like, she's like, I can't quite make that. Can you make it 10:30? Blah blah. And I'd have to get back on the phone and like try to stall the guy and be like, I got a flat tire. Sorry, I'm gonna be late. You know.
So you had to pretend to be the girls?
Yes.
That's funny. That's very funny.
Which is also how
Did
you
they
get.
ever like try to talk dirty to you on the phone?
I had one guy who tried, but it was so funny because it wasn't really like here's here's was his request. He goes, hey, he sounded really nervous, and he was like, do you have balloons?
Balloons.
He wanted. He was into balloon popping. He was like, will you pop balloons?
Wait.
And I was like, fuck, I don't know. I gotta call Haley and find out she pops balloons.
What are you fucking at Circus Circus? Like,
yeah. He was staying at Circus Circus.
Of course he was. Of course he was.
He was like, I just got really turned on
I
by
get
the,
turned on by the
throwing
architecture.
fucking
Yeah.
darts at the balloons, and now I want
He's at
balloons
the-
popped on my dick. And
He's at the midway. Yeah.
He gets turned on by the architecture at Circus Circus.
oh
Yeah.
my,
I
dude,
know.
this is gonna be a 5-hour episode. I have so many questions.
Holly, this is the first time we met, but I knew your
Yeah.
voice sounded familiar. So
Really?
that's so good that's
Oh.
where I
Oh, from all the calls.
I'm the
well,
balloon
you're
guy.
a regular.
I'm the balloon guy.
Yeah, I know.
That's me.
I wasn't going to tell
Ew.
anybody.
Funny story, actually. So this isn't my full-time job. I have a marketing company, and one of our clients was a phone sex hotline.
How about that?
And
Are they still in business?
they're still in business. And it's this woman, this husband and wife, and they're probably in their 60s, maybe even 70s now. But she has been in the game forever. She's the mistress of it. And so they've created this business where they have a bunch of these operators, just do phone sex. And I
Yeah.
created a great looking website and brand for them and all that. And so because she's been in the business for so long, she knows what to do. But she's so sweet. When I talked to them on the phone, like during our weekly meetings, they were so kind. It was like talking to your grandmother almost. And then being that I managed their website, they would have these calls that all the calls were recorded, and I'd listen to some of them. And hearing this sweet old woman that you look at as almost like a grandmother talking these
like,
disgusting, awful things to these guys. It was the weirdest thing, the weirdest experience that I've ever had. But the weirdest call, the most unique one, was a guy was interested in the woman on the other line talking to him sexy and then transforming into a werewolf and howling. Wow. That got him going.
Wow.
Yeah. So
people
they're
are so weird.
So
There
was
are
she
some
like,
weird
oh,
oh, there's a full moon outside. Ow.
oh my God.
Yeah, it was a wild
what is
time.
wrong with people? Do you
People
know
are-
actually, this is obviously a business because my mom, my godfather, and my godmother hired my mother to be a sex phone operator when she was 19.
Wow.
Really?
And that's what she did. She like ran their business, but she also like helped out and like did the calling stuff. And I was like, Mom. She's like, yeah, now that you're older, I can tell you how I met Aunt Vicky and Uncle Tony. And I was like, that's so
here in
inappropriate.
Vegas?
Yeah, they're my godparents.
Yeah, it's
My
Vegas.
godparents got met because of a sex phone.
Hey, it's business. Whatever makes money.
Yeah.
And one other thing about these operators, very similar to your story, is we have these pictures of the women on the website. That you
Yeah.
call up. The operators that are on the other line are not the women.
No, never.
Not even
Which is so funny. I feel like that should become more common knowledge. Like if you're
You
going to
would
come
think.
if you're going to come to Vegas and you're going to call one of these numbers, assume that the girl in the photo or the girl on the phone, neither of them are the ones coming to your room. Like
No.
this is a whole system that has been running for a long time.
This is extremely interesting. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for sharing that story. That's incredible.
And you know why I quit was just because the hours I couldn't
Very
keep
good
them.
real life.
Yeah.
The tips were great, but I just
tips?
I got tipped out by all the girls.
By the
yeah.
girls? Yeah, sure. Cash
They
cash
were
only.
definitely sucking dick.
Of course they were.
I can't. I mean, I was young. I think I was like 19 when I did that job. I was so young and dumb. I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah.
You've been married for 8 or so years. Do you miss
Thanks for doing the math.
You're
on me.
welcome. Do you miss the dating scene at all?
Oh my God. No. Are you,
Not
what?
at all.
Are you
don't
kidding
miss
me?
dating in Vegas? Because
I told her to
Oh my
download the
God.
T app,
Yeah.
and she and I had a whole like frenzy of looking at people on there.
so let's talk about this T app. So this is a company that reached out to you.
Yeah.
They were like, hey,
No, I did a video on them because I found them.
I think I sent it to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I posted about it, and it did super well.
what's
Good.
the video about? What's this company about?
So okay, there's a group on Facebook
Do they not like being talked about?
where you
by the
could
way?
no, the T app wants to be talked about.
Yeah.
Okay.
The group on Facebook wants nothing to do with this. I'm not going to say the name,
Yeah.
but the T app's like, no, fucking tell everybody.
Every woman listening to this will know what the Facebook group is.
Yeah.
But we don't want the men to know what it is.
We don't want to
Yeah.
know, but there's a T app. And I think why T's okay with being out there is because you can only join the app if you're a female. Like if you try to download it right now, it'll ask for a selfie and it knows if you're a dude or a girl.
Right.
And so you get denied. So, and then also you can't screenshot or record anything in the app. So it's very much
Very
way more
protected.
protective.
Yeah.
The only way you can see is if you're sitting next to me and I'm like, look at this, look at this, look at this. So what you do is you go on there and you put a picture of a dude. And then you go, does anyone have tea on Andrew? And then if girls have tea on Andrew, they can just write a comment, be like, yeah, Andrew did this to me, or Andrew did that to me, or I have a friend that knows Andrew and Andrew did this. And
So
so,
it's Yelp for dating.
it's
guys.
Yelp for dating because I honestly feel like go back 5 years ago on dating apps, guys were getting away with like fucking that girl and then disappearing, fucking that girl, and
Or even
disappearing.
being like married and
Yeah.
like, being on Tinder. So even this could be a way to be like, don't bother, he's married. Like,
Yeah. So there, actually, I think that happened to a girl recently where
Yeah.
she was like, I'm married to this guy and I found him on the app.
yeah.
So,
But is it only negative reviews or are there positive things on
so
there
there's
too?
a green flag and a red flag. So like, for example, I saw one of my friends on there and I gave him a little green flag because I'm like, he's not that bad.
Right.
Like,
So it's for anybody. It's like, hey, I'm thinking about dating him. Does anybody know if this is good or
Yeah.
bad? And so you can get good reviews too.
doing like an unofficial background check.
yeah,
yeah, there's like a
exactly.
background
Yeah.
check. You can put someone's phone number in there and get like a Google or a
Jeez.
phone number search. There's a sex offender map so you can see if there's any sex offenders around. So it's just to keep, I feel like, women safe. But
Yeah.
honestly, the app is definitely growing because every time I log in and like just search a couple people's names, they're starting to pop up.
Yeah. And that only really works if the more that women talk on there and add more men. Like that's really how the system succeeds.
So I'm pretty much going to put all my guy friends on there and just watch it go.
yeah.
Brian,
Do you
you're
want
next.
to? Yeah. Do you want to see your profiles?
Dude, Brian's been married for how many years? 10 years now? 7 years?
So my friend Angelina's boyfriend is like so sweet, like loves her to death, obsessed with her.
We love Jimmy.
I told Angelina I'm gonna put Jimmy on there and say,
Don't, dude.
no, listen. I said I'm gonna put Jimmy on there and be like, this guy, because there's an inside joke that Jimmy like picked up Angelina in and out for dinner one time
Yeah.
because she was hungover, and by the time that he got home, there was only 2 bites left of the burger because he ate half of it. So I was gonna put a picture of Jimmy and be like, this guy will ask you if you want a burger from In and Out, and then you eat most of it and
Don't.
only save 2 bites for you. Anyone else got tea?
Weirdly, it's a green flag. I don't know why.
That's
Anyway, I just think that it's there to protect women. I mean,
Have you come across a lot of people you know?
yeah, I found my friend's boyfriend on there. I found a couple friends on there. I found Mr. Asshole.
Not me.
You know who?
Yeah, I do know who.
That guy on there. So I mean, it's a collection.
Yeah. I'm not on there, right?
Which is why I don't
You're good.
I
You're
don't
good.
miss dating, and I feel so bad that you.
Oh no, I'm actually very content on never dating again.
Yeah, this app will convince you never to date again.
Honestly, yeah.
Can you sort by green flags? Like who has the most green flags or who
I
has the
think
most red
you
flags?
can. Actually, that's a great
And then just
question.
work your way
That
down
would
from
be
the
a
top
good.
down.
Let's message the developers and see if they'll add that.
No, that is a thing.
Oh,
Just
it is
look,
a thing.
If you go to filter and then go to like, okay, so I did that and I did ages. So post has green flags, filter. So this guy has 2 green flags.
Good for him.
Oh, and he has the most green flags on the whole app.
2 green flags is the most?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, in the Vegas area.
Vegas. You gotta
Someone
step your
said,
game-
oh, girl, he's cute as hell.
Oh, jeez.
So I think girls are just now putting, oh, this guy has 2 green flags too.
Listen, if 2 green flags means you're at the top of the list in this Vegas dating app, that's a low bar for guys here in Vegas on dating.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
It really is. But anyway, that's kind of nice to see. Like these guys have a bunch of, oh, here we go, a bunch of red flags. Now.
Well, Holly, I'm glad you're missing out on all that.
Oh,
That's-
thank goodness. I know. I'm so lucky. I met my husband through like the old school way, like through mutual friends.
I feel like that's the best way to do it.
it really is, because that's that's like the vetting system. Right?
Yeah, because if I'm friends with you.
Yeah. And you approve of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What gives you the ick?
Oh my God. Like, other than just being a man. Sorry.
First of all, how
Other
dare
than
you?
having a penis.
What gives me the ick?
That's a red flag for me right there.
It's like, oh my God. I've like actually never thought about this before. Probably someone who doesn't appreciate vintage Vegas.
Oh, that's
Okay,
Someone
really though.
who's like, yeah, burn the Circus Circus down.
Yeah, that would be an ick. Someone who's like, my favorite place to go is the Fontainebleau.
I'd be like, can I just tell you when people are like, oh yeah, I love blah blah blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
why? All the
Yeah.
time. Or someone be like, I love hanging out this casino. I'm like, "Ugh, that's gross.
Yeah. I think anybody who's just like not like any I don't know, anybody who isn't like never mind. No. I
No?
can't even think about it. It's hard to even imagine because I've never even thought about this, and
Yeah.
haven't been dating for so long. So yeah.
well, good. Well, you don't have to worry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I love that. Well, Holly, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on,
you so
sharing all
much.
these incredible stories. Where can people find more about you and your business?
Yeah, on Instagram, I'm Battleborn Pins, and you can find, if you want to buy any of my pins, I made my website super simple. It's just LasVegasPins.com.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. And
Is
that's
it
where
really?
you
I
can
didn't
find-
know that. I just click the link in your bio every time.
I love that too for you. Link in bio works too.
Link in
Battleborn
bio.
Pins, link in bio. Yeah, and I've started to work on my TikTok, which is just Las Vegas with love. So
Nice.
I do a lot of like Vegas history on that.
Do you get a lot of your leads from social media?
I do. Yeah, actually, pretty much all of them I
Yeah.
do from social
Who's the
media.
most famous person that has one of your pins?
Holly Madison,
Really?
maybe. Yeah, that I know of. Yeah,
Until Wayne Newton gets it.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
That's awesome.
I was trying to give Joe Coy one.
Oh,
I was gonna
yeah.
on my way to go meet him, and then he got like the line to meet him was so long, and I was like, I don't want to be an asshole and try to cut this, and I don't have time to sit here.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, I have a pin for you, and I want to give it to you. So
Oh,
Next time.
Steve Byrne, you know the comedian Steve Byrne. Do you know him?
I know.
He buys pins from me like once a month.
That's
He'll
fun.
get a haul. Yeah, he's the best.
Good for
it's a
Steve.
whole.
Good for Steve.
I know.
We love that for Steve.
Who else can we give pins to?
Yeah.
We got to figure this out.
Okay, we'll
As your
brainstorm.
manager.
Yeah, yeah, as my business manager. yeah.
Yes. You guys work on that in your brainstorming session.
Yeah.
Will do.
Next week. Holly, thank you again so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on.
This
This
was
was
fun.
awesome. Heather, thank you again for being here, being one of my best co-hosts I've ever had in my
Hey,
life.
BigHead.
Check out new episodes of Hey BigHead Show every Tuesday at heybighead.com.
BigHead.
Thank you for having that in. We'll see you next week.